If you ain't vibing, I ain't sliding. It's Shonda, inspires nations to grow. And for those of you who always seem to turn it on, because you know that I love you. And for those of you who may be new to the channel, I want to welcome you to the Sing Life community because we are a group of creators that believe in the law of attraction, namaste, all the way, inspiration, motivation, spirituality, and of course God, because we learn lessons here and we only reflect the good. So I want to welcome you to Sing Life TV with me today. And I want to welcome everyone to Freestyle Friday. Well, listen, guys, I wanted to just tap on in because I want to let you know that if a person or a situation or a circumstance ain't vibing, then don't even slide with it. If you ain't vibing, I ain't sliding. You know, we use different terminology to describe an experience that we may have. As a person that is conscious and spiritual more so than anything else, and I love quantum physics, it's no surprise. We know what a vibe means. We know that it can also be referred to as an energy. And we know that it can also be referred to as spiritual things. So if something is in your situation, if it ain't vibing, don't slide into a situation. We get caught up sometimes though, because we know that that thing ain't vibing, but for whatever reason we end up sliding anyway. We slide into credit card debt. We slide into toxic relationships. We slide into jobs that we absolutely hate. We slide into extramarital affairs. We slide into all type of obsessions and disorders. We slide into it. When all of the red flags were there, we knew that it wasn't the thing to do, but we had to just go ahead on and touch it to see if we surely would die. Sometimes we slide into things because it needs to be a death that takes place inside of us. It's something inside of us that is alive, that is covering up who we sincerely really are. And sometimes when things are not vibing with us and we are receptive to that, we experience a death in a situation. I can say myself, I have gotten into situations out of ignorance. I have gotten into situations, excuse me, out of brokenness. I have gotten into situations because it was spiritually a deficiency on the inside of me that allowed me to allow things that wasn't vibing with me into my experience, because I felt like if it vibed with me, I could bring it up to me. Let me go ahead and go on and just save a lot of people a whole lot of heartache and pain. Don't ever waste your time, your efforts, your energy, your spirit, your presence with anything thinking that you're going to build it up to your level. Because what ends up happening is you get into a situation to where you want to build up a situation and it blows up in front of your face. And the thing that you tried to build up ends up resenting you because it had no intention to ever come up to your level in the first place. And a lot of times we get ourselves into these little low vibrational type of situations with low vibrational people and their low vibrational atmospheres, and we want to look stupid when we know we had all the flags and all the signs to know that they wasn't vibing and we shouldn't have been sliding. We shouldn't have been sliding up in a DM. We shouldn't have been sliding up into a bedroom. We shouldn't have been sliding up into any type of situation that's going to low our vibration, that is going to devalue us as human beings. Particularly, I'm speaking to women today. Stop devaluing yourself and see yourself for the beautiful person that you really are. Because what I've learned about life is I don't chase. I attract what I want. Yes, I am a conscious creator. And yes, I am actively engaged in creating things. But let me be abundantly clear. Wait a minute, let me just rephrase that. Let me be crystal clear. I don't chase anything. I don't chase money and I don't chase men. I don't chase opportunities and I don't chase friends. Anything that's going to be in my world, because I'm a world all by myself, because I feel like anything that's got me in it, you got a good thing going for you, because that's how I feel about myself. And because of that, I'm dedicated to myself so much so that any experience that I allowed to flow into my life, I attracted it. I didn't chase it. So as women, we need to learn to get men off pedestals. We need to learn to get money off of pedestals. That's everybody. We need to learn to get other people off of all of these pedestals and put them in their proper place. And we need to understand that any experience that we want to have, we attract the experience, because everything that we see is a mirror. It is a reflection of what we have going on inside. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. We don't chase women. Listen to me. We attract. Because a lot of us come from broken homes, and a lot of us come from parents that struggled, that didn't have time to nurture us the way that we should have been nurtured. And so therefore we took on this masculine type of an energy to where we had to get the bills paid. We had to do this or it would not get done. And so what ends up happening, because we're so masculine, we end up attracting to ourselves toxic situations wrapped up in all this flesh, wrapped up in all this glass, wrapped up in all these jobs that are toxic type of situations. Because we're working sometimes out of who we are. We're working in the vein of something that doesn't reflect who we really are. We don't understand why we constantly end up in situations that we seem like we're constantly chasing after this thing that never actually really happens. And it's because we haven't surrendered to God. We haven't surrendered to saying, okay, I'm going to take my hands up off of the situation and I'm going to figure myself out. I'm going to take my hand up off the situation and I'm going to invest in who I am. I'm going to take my hand up off of the situation and I'm going to see myself for the brilliant person I am, for the beautiful woman I am, for the great man that I am. I'm going to take my hand up off of situations and I'm going to stop substituting pain with people, substituting pain with things, substituting pains with addictions, substituting pain with hurting other people because it makes me feel good about myself, just substituting pain. And we're going to just learn to fall back, take a breath, and know that we are the God of our universe and that we attract what we are. And then the last thing I just want to tell everybody, because we live in a world that is getting so vain. Everything has to be about, social media. Everything has to be my selfie on point. Do I look good from this angle? Am I looking great from that angle? Am I cute? We get so caught up in things. And we get so caught up in prestige, and we get caught up in titles. The titles that people have, that we really miss the true meaning of life. The true meaning of life is to surrender completely to God. It is to cleave to that experience, to know that that is the air that you breathe. That is the life that's flowing through your vein. That is the thing that created all the things that flows into your experience. And we really sincerely need to change our focus. And we need to get our focus on nurturing that relationship and nurturing the healthy parts of who we are and the toxic things inside of who we are, and dismissing and allowing that love to release all of that, so that everything that don't belong in our life will flee. Because I know that if we just cleave to God, resist the devil, he will flee. I know that if something ain't vibing, I ain't sliding. And I know that I don't chase, I attract. I want you to think about that this weekend. I love you guys. Share this message, subscribe, click that bell so that you can stay connected with me. Peace. Bye now.